I would literally pay $1,000 to get access to this video a few years ago. You know why? Because I was alone, I was struggling, I was living in a very small flat and trying to become a trader. I was hoping to get there one day, and today I have nothing to sell to you. I have no script. It's just me, my microphone, my computer, and I'm going to try to share from beginning to the end the full blueprint that you need to become a profitable trader and to actually live from this, okay? Not just only making a few payouts within the year. I'm going to reveal to you the secrets that nobody wants to give you, and you do not have to give me your email address. You do not have to give me your credit card. I do not want that. I just want you to have the same access to the same information that I had when I became a trader, okay? So all of this is to make you win time, money, energy, and you do not need to buy a course at the end. So take some notes, do not post the video, do not go do something else. Watch it until the end, and you will know eventually how to become a real profitable trader. Now that introduction is finished, here is the rest of the plan of the video today. We're going to be seeing basic information that you need to hear. And when I say need, I mean that losers usually skip this part of the video because they think that they already know how to trade, they already know the basics, and this is what is going to make you lose, okay? If you're watching this video, it means you've accomplished 95% of the job because you understand that you're missing some part of it. I was probably the worst trader there is. I was gambling, I was losing money, I was just looking for a dream and trying to achieve it too fast. And I was skipping those kind of parts when I was looking at courses. I've been trading for 8 years now. I've been profitable for 5, and I've been working in a bank group for 1.5 years. All of this I regret, skipping those kind of information. So stay with me, watch. It's going to take 2 minutes, and we're going to see basic information that you need. Then we will see 3 important websites that you need to know as a trader. They're going to make you win a lot of time, and they're going to explain to you things that you will not get by yourself. If you don't have some help from websites in your plan, we cannot build your AI assistant, okay? Then we're going to see how to train your AI assistant. In this video, we're going to use Claude. Claude's version is very good now, very developed. And even if you don't have a subscription, I'm going to make sure that we keep it easy and doable for anybody, even someone that never used AI before. Once this is done, we will see together what strategy you want to use. It does not matter, to be honest. This is basically how you can get to 10,000 the most, I would say the fastest, but the safest way possible. And I'm not making no promise in this video, but I will give you exactly how you can use it with your own strategy if you're already a trader. But if you do not have any strategy, we're going to use one, just to give an example. But you can replace all of that. Then we will see the prompting system, meaning how with simple talking, vocal notes, or writing, you can explain to your AI agent how to work, okay? How you can become successful with just giving clear advice to him. And once this is done, I will explain to the ones that want to go even faster while they learn, because you will not need only this video to become profitable. It's going to take a long time. I'll be there to answer any comments under the video. I'll be there to talk to you guys privately if you want. And of course, if you want to go more in depth into trading with me, I have nothing to sell, so I'll do it directly on this public channel. So you can give a subscription to me. It's free. Just press subscribe and you can see the next video. So I'm going to do a playlist anyway. Concerning the how to steal my AI agents, I built an AI agent which is probably more powerful than the first version of your AI agent that you will get today, because you're just learning. So if you want to steal it, I'm giving it completely for free. I'm not selling anything to anyone. I'll put a link in the description so you can contact me if you want to grab it. It's free. You don't need to install it. It's directly on Telegram, and you can even talk to him writing a vocal note, and it's already working. So you can just set it up in a few minutes, and you can test it. You will see it works. So we're going to try to go to the first point, basic information that you need to hear. Let's start with the basics. How did you previously lose money and why? I'm going to give you exactly my case, and I'm going to try to write it down, okay? And this video might seem stupid, but one more time, if you don't do it correctly, you will not be able to progress. So I took a phone, I bought that Samsung phone, and I'm going to use it directly for writing. So what I'm going to write first is how my previous experience led me to losing. The first thing I can write is psychology problems. I'm going to write it. The second thing I'm going to write on the phone, you should do the same. By the way, put pause if you need to do it correctly and calmly without me talking. The second thing I'm going to write is the fact that I've been disrespecting my plan. So psychology plan. The third thing I'm going to write is concerning the money management. So sometimes I was respecting my plan in terms of strategy. I was not having any psychology problems, but I was just like making mistakes, like calculation mistakes. So this is important too. I've been putting a lot of capital into buying courses, and I was not putting that capital on the market. So basically I was trying to like pay to win, which doesn't work into trading because you grow your own capital. So keep it to trade. Do not buy any mentorship. So I'm going to write that. And this is about it. This is what was making me lose, because my strategy was working. Even a basic strategy works in trading if you exclude all of those things. I'm pretty sure that the things I've been writing down are the same that you need to understand. And I'm pretty sure that you've been living problems of psychology, money management, risk. Yeah, I'm sure that all of that is the same for all of us. So if you look carefully, I'm pretty sure that if I let AI manage the whole thing from beginning to an end, if I let an AI agent rule psychology, plan, risk management, strategy, and if I wouldn't say he owns the money, but he's able to understand the importance of money without human problems, I'm pretty sure that all of my problems will disappear. And that's the good news if you're watching this video. You understood that you were meant to lose because you are a human. What you need to be is a good manager, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because you want to make money quickly, and this is what makes you lose. You want to make money fast because you need money fast, and this is why you're watching this video. And maybe that I'm meant to talk to you today. Maybe you've been clicking on this video for a reason, and maybe you need to hear me, this guy with this stupid cap and this stupid microphone, telling you how much a stupid trader he was and how he became successful. I became successful the day that I understood why I previously lost, how I could avoid 95% of my problems, and what was the main issue. I wanted money quickly, that I really wanted to become free. I was ready to keep going to work. I was ready to keep receiving orders from other people. I was ready to keep living in my country and not understanding how freedom was tasteful. Once I understood that I wanted to become free more than really becoming free tomorrow, I started to avoid mistakes. So this is why I call it basic information. It's basic, you already know that, but you're not using those very important advice. Why do I help you today? First of all, I have nothing to win helping you, okay? What I'm revealing to you is the edge that makes me profitable. It's what makes me having the life I have, because if you look carefully, I have nothing to sell. I do not sell any course. I do not sell any mentorship. Maybe I will one day, and if I do, be there, because it's going to be insane value. But why I help you today is just because I was the worst trader, and I see a lot of people losing or buying stupid courses without actually evolving. So I help you today because I want to give free value that would have been helpful to me and would have avoided loss. And if you don't trust me, well, basically just go to another video and you will see this guy is going to give you something to buy from him. What do the 10% of winners do? Okay, I really understood that. And today I want you to think about it. The people that you look that are profitable, that are successful, they have a lot of money. And they do not trade just because they want to become more rich. They do not trade because they think it's fun. They are patient people. They do not need the money. They already have money. They're already wealthy. They're already traveling the world. The money they make with trading is just money they see as a job revenue, okay? To just do their job. They are out of stress. And this is why we need to understand why we lose, to avoid stress. So the 10% of winners do that. They build a plan. They give the rules to AI. They never listen to their self. They take it as a job, and they understand capital will come later. So if you see some guy which is successful, already successful, he already has capital, so he doesn't look stressed out, and you don't have money, so you are stressed out, you will never go up this ceiling that you have. You are poor, you are broke, and it's fine. Accept it. Just understand capital will come later. You need to build a system first. So build a plan, give the rules to AI, never listen to yourself, take it as a job, and capital will come later. This is exactly what you need to understand. I already showed this graph in another course. You have a 32-minute course on my profile. I will put the link in the description if you want to see it. But or you don't have enough time, or you don't have enough capital. If you risk a little bit of money to make 10% a month, you're profitable. There is no way, if you don't stop, that you're not becoming rich with trading. If you really, really want to make money, or you have a small capital and you have to take insane risk and you will eventually lose it all, or you take your time and you're ready to be patient, and at the end, you will become rich. So take your time or have a lot of money. If you have $1 million, you can make 10% a month and be very rich. If you don't right now, take your time. I'm sorry, it seems weird that I'm telling you about time. If you're watching this video, you don't have time. You're maybe 40, 30, 25, and you're feeling like you're late, but you're not. You will be late at 55, 60, or 70 if you keep gambling with your money. So those are the 10 rules, the 10% rules, that you need to use from now on. The first one is a 1% maximum loss per trade. This is going to be automated with the AI system we're going to build. You cannot trade more than 1%. If you have the choice, you will over risk. I know it, you know it, everyone knows it. If the AI system rules it all, there's going to be just a rule, and AI follows rules. So you will never risk more than 1% after seeing this video and going to the end of this video. Second rule, after 2 losses, you need to stop trading for the day. Same thing, you can use AI to create a rule, and this rule of your plan is going to make you profitable. Third rule, after 20 to 40 pips, secure your trades. Same thing, AI systems can implement this, and you don't need to do it by yourself. Rule number 4, always trade the trend. Most people I know, they try to trade every side of the asset that they think they know. If you're a good trader, just trade the trend. Why do you need to trade against the trend? 5, never go against your previous trade. What does that mean? That means that if the trade that you take is a buy and the trend is shifting, you cannot take a sell just after. Stop trading. Number 6, wait for retracements. Retracements are just basically the fact that the market is not linear. So I'm going to show you a graph. The market just, even in a bullish trend, doesn't go up all the time. There are small retracements. So you need to wait for those. Those are the key. And I'm going to explain to you why. As you can see, we've been doing the basic information that you need to hear, and you're not a loser. Congratulations, you've been seeing this video without being a loser. So I'm going to just put basic information done. If you skipped that part, just put pause right now. Go back to watch this moment of the video. It's just a couple of minutes, and once you're done, you're done. Now, I will explain to you 3 important websites that I'm using and that helped me a lot today, and I'm gonna explain to you how they work. So you might be a beginner, you might already know those websites, or you might be a professional trader. It does not matter. Same thing, take notes, put pause on the video, watch it again, and do not skip any part of it, because those 3 websites are gonna make you win time, and there might be parts of the explanation I'm gonna give that you do not know. So here we go. The first website is financialjuice.com. So as you see, they're making promotion of 80% sale. You do not need that, okay? You do not need to have the paid version of the website. I do not promote any website, and I just use this free version by myself, and it's perfectly fine. So why do we use that? Because there are different, I would say, assets where you can get information. It's live information, and there's a link that we're going to use a lot to explain to our what is happening right now. As you can see, everything happening in the world, you have a red, orange, or yellow color explaining to you if it's important and if there's impact on what you trade. It's very useful. It gives you a clear overview, and if you are a beginner in trading, this is the information that will impact what you're doing. So you cannot open a trade without checking this. Of course, all of it will be in your AI agent, but if you're expecting to trade manually, you really need to use everything here and to read everything here before I would say entering a trade. Now, the cool thing about our AI agent is that we're going to send him that link and we're going to give him one rule, which is that he needs to check that website every time he wants to enter a trade. He needs to check it and tell us exactly what is the impact and what we are aiming to do. And if this is enough as a news to cancel our trade, he will tell us. So we don't even need to read that website, but you need to know it to send it to your AI agent. So the first one is financialjuice.com. It gives you instant news on what happens. And you can even put voice news here on oil, for example. So pretty decent. Next website. The next website is called prismintelligence.com. This website is just for gold traders only. This website basically will explain to you what the AI would do on gold right now. So you can just press start now. It will send you, I would say, a trade idea fully powered by AI. They have a premium access, which is $50, I think, a month. $50 a month to get, I think, 10 trades a day, if I'm right. I took it personally because once you have a trading idea, you can compare your AI agent's idea to this agent, which is, I would say, independent from you. Third and last website is tradingview.com. You might already know it, you might already use it, but still, watch the video until the end because there might be some things that you missed with that website. Quick overview, you do not need to take a premium plan. The free version is perfectly fine, but create an account on this platform. One more time, I do not have any partnership with any platform I present here. And by the way, I'm telling you, do not take a paid plan when it's not useful. Here, you do not need it because indicators will be used by the AI agent, not by you. Once you arrive on this page, you need to understand that you do not need to go on community, do not go on the trading ideas section. It will give you, I would say, a lot of course sellers that speculate on the market, but they do not know anything. They just create several accounts and just, I would say, post sideways trades. They will post a buy on one account, post a sell on the other one. I've seen how the strategy works. Same with indicators and strategy, paid spaces. You do not need any of that. Do not need any of that. Also brokers. You do not need any of that. What you need is basically to just go and search and use the graphs of the assets you will trade. So today I'm gonna show you how to use the gold graph. You just need to type XAU USD and you can press launch chart. So when you arrive on the graph, this is what you will see. Okay, basically they will give you the price of the graph. They will show you candles and you can personalize your graph. It's not really something you need to do, but I will do another full video on how to set up your trading view. Okay, for this course, you do not need it. You can keep the normal version. You just need to have XAUSD graph and you just need the free version. What we're going to do is we will use that in different time frames. Time frames are here. So basically here you can choose the amount of time for one candle. You see that you can go from 1 minute, because this is for the paid plan, to several days, several months. What we're going to use is the graph, to take a screenshot of the graph with the 1 minute time frame, the 5 minute time frame, the 15-minute time frame, the 1 hour time frame, and the 4 hour time frame on gold. This is going to give to our AI agent a clear idea of the price of gold and a clear idea of the timing to enter. That's the only thing why we're using TradingView. As I told you, this strategy is usable from any level of trader. So now you know how to use TradingView. You don't need any indicators. Okay, you do not need it. You will see why, and you just need to be able to take a screenshot of the graph of gold. That's it. So now we are done with the 3 important websites. We just need to learn how to train our AI assistant to become profitable in trading. So for that, you will choose a strategy. Okay, I will personally use SMC because it's the most common strategy, and I already made several dozens of thousands of payout with that strategy. But you can choose any strategy, really. You can use the one that you're currently learning, or I would say something you saw that a core seller is trying to teach to other people and it seems so profitable, you can use that one. Okay, you can test it with your own AI agent anyway. You have nothing to buy, nothing to sell, and the AI agent will learn it in a minute. So now what we're going to do is paste our prompt. Our prompt is going to explain to our agent how he should act and react. So for that, I'm going to use a complex task model, Opus 4.8. Okay, and I'm going to paste that prompt. The prompt that you will find directly in my description of this video. I'm giving it for free, by the way. If it's too long to be put there, there will be a link that you can click to chat with my support team. And as I told you, I have nothing to sell. You can get all prompts and all access to everything I do. And you will see in the last part of the video that I have my own AI agent that you can steal with all the resources, all the prompts and everything for free. So feel free to ask if it's not in the description. I'll try to put it there. So here is our prompt and we're going to just execute it to train our AI agent. So I gave him the strategy, I gave him the conditions, I gave him all the rules that we've been setting together. So concerning the risk, the fact that we're trading gold, the market structure that he needs to understand, how to trade with fundamental analysis, and he also needs to respect everything that we've been saying in the first part on the basics of trading concerning, I would say, the fact that you need to risk $1 to get $2, the fact that you need to respect certain psychology problems, the fact that your plan is always to trade with the trend. The trend is your friend, you know that, we've been seeing that, and the fact that you cannot take a trade in the same day. If you took a sell, for example, you cannot take a buy in the same day. So right now, you see that he's already capable of telling me the best setup, no trade today, reason, and he's giving institutional logic, conditions, conflict, HTF structure, bearish, so all of that. Preferred short zone, so he's giving no live order, but he's giving me a short zone on gold, which is higher, okay? So what I can do here is already put an order, and this is not financial advice, one more time, but I can already put an order on my broker and say that I want to sell the market if it goes that high, okay? But there are also some conditions. So if I prefer to wait, I can just wait that there's a buy-side liquidity sweep, a bearish order block, and I can just wait that the price is going around that area, which is higher than the one I have right now. And basically, I can just like update my agent with how the market is going, you know, and put a trading alert. So you can go there. I can create my alert from this price, so 285, so 4285, and I can basically create an alert. It's created right now, and whenever I will need, you see I don't even have the paid plan on TradingView, whenever I will need to update my agent, well, basically I will get the alert, send him a message, he will check if those conditions, premium, buy-side liquidity sweep, bearish order block, HTF line, are actually done, and if yes, I can just take the trade directly. So we're only looking for A+ setups. You don't need to buy a course. I'm giving all of that for free. And of course, we're building an agent, so it takes some time. It's not perfect. You might want to watch this video another time, a second time, or just send it to a friend and ask him what he thinks about it. But you can see that the whole thing, the whole process is kind of easy. What you need to do is just one prompt, a lot of conditions, understanding how the market is working, what are the mistakes you usually make, tell AI to do everything you do badly better, and you're just like the master prompting this AI. Here, we want to ask the agent, what would you need to become a better SMC trader? Do you also need to get screenshots of different time frames of gold markets? And you will see that you will think and respond. Screenshots are the simple biggest thing I'm missing right now. I'm reconstructing your charts from text-based price feeds. So you see, if you just give him the prompt, you're not optimizing your system. So what I want to do now is go back on charts and take a screenshot in 1 minute, take a screenshot in 5 minutes, take a screenshot in 15 minutes. I'm going to send them to him. So as you can see, I'm sending him all the pictures, and now we just have to wait. This is the corrective structure I described from the text, but now I see it precisely. So you see that you just need one prompt, sending screenshots, and your agent is progressing, okay? So right now, it might change the analysis, make it more precise, and this will help us. Call stance. So here, he was right. No trade at this price. And the setups are even more precise. You see, here you have the long setup and the short setup and the conditions. So you can also automate all of that and have it directly taking the positions. Like this can basically be the two kind of setups you give him for tomorrow. You send him a prompt and you give him access to a trading account and he's able to trade by himself. But this is next step, and you've got the link in the description of the video if you want to steal my own agent. You can see that for now you can train with a demo account and put the trading view alert, sending the screenshots of the graph, putting a limit order on your broker. So if you do not know how to do all of that, I will do another video to explain it. But this was the next step, how to train your agent. Now that we've been doing that, we just need to understand what strategy do you use. And here I'm going to be explaining to you guys my thoughts about strategy. You need to understand that most people look for the most difficult, most complicated strategy in trading. They think that the more complex is the strategy, the more they look like an institutional trader. And most traders have one problem: ego. Okay, ego doesn't pay off, believe me. Most traders I've been seeing started with a very simple strategy, didn't work because they had psychology problems, money management problems, and then what they did is change the strategy, do not change their behavior. They went on more complicated, more difficult strategies. They thought that it was more, I would say, socially accepted, because most traders think that they need a lot of capital, they need to trade that kind of market to be profitable and socially accepted. What you want to do is money. The only metric that you're supposed to look for is money. The only thing that you're trying to get is money. You don't care if it looks good or not, okay? The only thing that counts is how much you make. So you want to keep it simple, because most traders I see, and I deal with traders that make millions of dollars daily, and what they tell me, of course, I'm not there yet, but what they tell me is, at first you start with a simple plan. You make it more complex, and then you come back to that simple plan without the psychology problems, without all of those, and it works. So try to find a strategy that suits you. It does not matter if it's ICT, if it's order flow, we don't care. You can actually automate anything with screenshots and a good prompt, okay? You can use my prompt for SMC, or you can just basically copy my agent, steal my agent, and I will explain to you how you can do it at the end. Right now, the strategy must be simple. The one thing that's really helped me to make a lot of money is this one. The very simple strategy that I was using was just a trend strategy. So how to identify a trend. Lows are going to be always higher, okay? And the highs are going to be always higher on an uptrend, okay? Then there's the range. The range is basically when price doesn't know where to go, okay? Sellers are strong, buyers are strong, and yeah, basically there will be traps. Most beginners will put their stop loss just here and sell. They will get wiped out, and then it will reintegrate like that. So this is a range. And then there's the downtrend. So basically the downtrend is the contrary of the uptrend. Highs are going to be lower, lows are going to be even lower, okay? And it's always going to look like that. Market is not linear. If the market was going straight up or straight down, that means that there's no one against them, no one against the buyers. So the price will never drop, okay? The price will eventually drop. And I would say a stable market, the markets that you'll try to trade, are going to look like that. So either people are going to sell major, like the winnings are going to be made by sellers. Sellers are going to win. They'll have more pressure, more power, and basically the price will drop. Market will not really find a trend, clear trend. So it will go from point A to point B and come back until there's a breakout, or the market will just go up, okay? So once you understand that, there are only 3 categories that the price can follow. What we want to do is identify our trend. Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? First step of the strategy. Second step of the strategy that helped me the most, and you'll see it's very simple, very, very simple. The second step is you want to wait for retracements. So basically, we don't want to buy here. We want to buy when this is over. So what we want is a clean setup. Price is going high. It's dropping. We identify the level where it started to drop. Okay, it's dropping. We identify the low where it starts to go back up, and we wait for liquidation. We wait for stops to get hit, and then boom, we try to enter here. Okay, so the place we want to target is the middle of the previous downtrend. Okay, and we want to enter here as a buy. We're going to put our stop loss under the last low, and we're going to put our target 2 times from a stop loss. If you follow this simple strategy and learn it to your agent, following, of course, the fundamental analysis, so understanding how the markets, the economy of the market moves, then you're good, probably. This strategy works. It's simple. Everyone can do it. Let me show you how it does on a real trade. So here we clearly have an uptrend. Okay, the market is going up. You see that there are retracements. So what we want to catch is the end of a retracement. We have lows that are always higher, okay, as you can see, and highs that are always higher. So what we want to catch is a retracement phase. So here, for example, we have our first low, second low, third low. You see that it's always higher. So we are in an uptrend. And right now, one candle is 1 hour. So we can see more precisely that our retracement is basically ending whenever we are higher than the last low. Okay. So what we want to do is wait for the retracement and go enter half of the last retracement. So here you can see that the last retracement is here. We enter half and we put our stop loss under the last low, and we put our TP 2 times our stop loss. So for example, here, this gives you a long position that you can take. Okay, so half is here. I'm entering here. I'm trying to target here, and I'm putting I get 2 times 2 like that. And this is exactly where you want to enter. And as you can see, you are protecting your trade by putting your stop loss under the last low, and you're risking $1 to get $2. As you can see, you're waiting in an uptrend for a retracement. So uptrend, retracement, you're cutting the retracement in a half. You're putting your entry point around here. You're putting your stop loss under the last low, and you're doubling the money you're risking. This strategy, you might think it looks stupid. You might think it doesn't work. Try to test it for 100 trades with your AI agent. Explain to him exactly how you want to enter your trade, and keep it simple. First, economic analysis, financialjuice.com. Then, explaining to him all of that strategy, taking the right screenshots, showing him the graph with the timeframes, sending him the right prompt that we've been building together and that you have in the link in the description. Then, sending the trades. This is a simple strategy you can use, but you can use whatever strategy you want. So now that we've done the strategy part, we need the prompting system. So I'm going to explain to you exactly how to prompt. So this part is very easy. Prompting is just giving a command to an AI agent with context. If you ask him, give me a trade, it will make you the worst trade possible because there's no context. You're not giving him rules. You're taking him for a human. You're expecting from him human capacity to understand things, which is not the case because we want to avoid humans in our trading process. The first thing you need to understand is how to give him context. So context is basically giving him what you want, giving him what you don't want, giving him, I would say, some rules, clear rules, giving him a command where I would say it needs to be in accordance with what you already know, where you're an expert. So if your strategy is the one I just gave you, explain to him the strategy, make him vocal note, send him screenshots, tell him what you want, show him the graph, explain to him how you would do it, and explain to him what you want him to do to replace you. All of that is the prompting system. I made a free ebook on that prompting system that you can get in the description of the video, where I give you the 100 prompts that I've been building that helped me to create several AI agents that are really profitable today on different assets. This is the prompting part. It's very easy. I'm not going to give you all the prompts, but basically building context and all of that is really simple. Anyone can do it. And it's probably the most worth skill in any business or investment that you want to learn. Now, the last part of this video, how to steal my AI agent. So this is also going to be very simple, very clear. The AI agent I've been building is a lot stronger than what you will get with this strategy or what you will get with the prompts I gave you. What I've been building is basically an AI which is fully automated. You do not need to take the trades by yourself. You do not need to do anything. It takes all positions by itself, respecting all the rules. And this is how I make my payouts. This is how I make my withdrawals. And I will give you proof of that. If you send me a message, I will show you all the withdrawals I've been making, and you will see how much profitable you can get and how you can become profitable. So if you want to join my free group and connect yourself to that AI system, it's free. Just send me a message. You've got one link in the description. You just press on it. It sends me a message. I prefer to tell you now, if you don't have capital, don't send me a message, because you cannot use that agent. It costs me money when you connect yourself. So you need capital to trade and to be connected to it. Otherwise, it means nothing. It's making you lose money, making me lose money, and you cannot set it up. So I would recommend a minimum of a few hundreds. Between 500 and 1,000 is better. More than 1,000 is pretty decent. And if you've got more than 5K, it's great, you know. But you can choose the amount that you want to trade with, and you can start with minimum risk and check how much it makes you win, okay, on the long term. Take your time. This is not financial advice. I'm just giving you tools, free courses, free value, and I hope you enjoyed it. If yes, comment, tell me what you think about the video, and subscribe to the channel.